Hey everyone, this is Robert.
And this is Jessica.
With Exploring the Local Life. And today we're going to talk to you about a couple things. What are they?
Ways to save on RV park stays. Same things. Camping stays. You know what I mean?
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, Jessica, let's take it away. Number one.
So membership, RV park memberships or RV camper memberships, whatever, memberships.
What's the first one?
Okay, well, there's a bunch of them. So these are the ones that we've either researched or are using or have already purchased and haven't used yet, but plan to. Or will purchase. So the very first one that we got and that we used was the Good Sam's membership.
We bought the RV from a Camping World, so basically you get the membership.
We did, yeah, bonus, right? Anyway, with that Good Sam's membership, you get 10% off of stays. So that's great, especially when you're doing just overnight stuff or if you're going to be staying for like 4 or 5 days or something like that.
And then the benefit is, generally speaking, Good Sam campgrounds are reviewed on a yearly basis for a certain level of amenities and conditions at the campground. So generally speaking, there are people that are looking after the rating of the campsite.
Correct. And also it allows RVers themselves to also leave reviews,
which is very important.
That way you get both. You're not just getting the Good Sam's review, but you're also getting actual user reviews.
All right, so what else?
The next one that we have looked into and that we haven't purchased yet, but we want to, is the ePassport America. This one gives you 50% off of campgrounds or campsites, which is fantastic. But this one has more restrictions and they vary more park to park. So some places are like, yeah, you can do it for like 2 nights, and then after that it's regular price, or you can, but not during the busy season, or when this or the whatever. So it's not like a blanket 50% off. You just show up and it's going to magically work all the time.
So depending on how you're traveling, are you traveling for an extended period of time or just here and there on vacation? You want to, and there'll be a common theme, research which membership works well for what campsite, what works well for you.
Right, and also how long of a stay you are planning in the particular area. So those are things to keep in mind.
Number three
is the one that we have been researching most extensively and we are excited about and we will most likely be purchasing.
And making new words like extendibly.
Extensively. I know sometimes when I'm trying to do these and I'm going fast, all my words get all...
Just messing with you, darling.
Darling. You said something weird there too. All right.
Darling.
All right. So anyway, about the
darling. What's the
thousand trails.
All right, so 1,000 Trails, let's go. Rock and roll. Rock and roll!
With the 1,000 Trails membership, there is a huge upfront cost. I'm going way too fast, guys. I haven't...
Well, hold on. Depending on the product that you purchase from them, there can be a huge upfront cost. I'm speaking French.
We're doing really great. Okay.
Yeah. So, with the 1,000 Trails, the upfront cost really varies depending on what you're purchasing.
That's right. They have like the camping zones, and you can buy like one for about $500 or something.
And depending on the special, maybe you're getting 2 zones for the price of 1.
Yeah. And then the one though that we're looking at though is the elite membership, because with the camping zones, you are restricted to the particular zones that you have purchased. And also, I think they only let you stay like 14 days or something like that.
Before you have to move on?
Before you have to move on to the next.
So the main thing, back once again, is research.
And what fits your needs. For us, we're looking at the elite membership because it covers all of the zones. So hit the mic. It covers all of the zones and you can stay for longer, for like 21 days. And then after that, it's like $3 or something a night, which is...
So real quick, so let me interrupt you.
Yeah.
So, 1,000 Trails has been around for decades. So depending on what membership was bought when, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, what you might be able to find out there on the market through a broker reselling memberships, you might be able to find ultra memberships, premium memberships, elite memberships, all different names for maybe basically the same product. So what we've been using is the rvloveblog.com. Is it rvlove.com? I think it's rvlove.com.
We'll have it in our description the correct way. Okay.
They have done extensive research on 1,000 Trails, and maybe they can explain some of the ins and outs far better than they can in a blog than we can here in this short video. So research, and Thousand Trails may be right for us as we go on our big trip this spring.
Yeah, I think it'll be a huge cost savings when you consider how much a monthly stay will cost out of pocket. So we're thinking it's going to be a good deal for us. And as we look further into it and as we start using it, we'll keep you guys posted on how it turns out for us.
I guarantee.
Oh yeah, and then if you guys have used it, of course, please
let us know
your experiences. I've heard really great things about it, and then I was looking at something today and I heard somebody was like, don't get it, it's horrible. So
it all depends on how you use it. So when you do comment, it's great, it's not great. Tell us what you wanted to do with it and what you actually did.
Yes.
And folks, read the comments, learn.
Yes.
All right. So finally, there is one no nonsense, you are going to save money camping way.
Boondocking or dry camping or wild camping or whatever. Basically, you are going somewhere that probably has no hookups at all. You are going to be using whatever you've got on your RV, and you're going to be staying somewhere like that. And
you can do it anywhere. You can do it in the US, in the UK, the Nomadic Dane. Your results may vary, however, depending on laws.
Yeah, watch Nomadic Dane. He's awesome. Yep. Anyway,
and of course,
you can stay Eric, Nomadic Fanatic. Oh yeah, he's like the king of like boondocking. He like hardly ever pays for anything, which I can't even imagine. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I would get all shaky.
We would.
Can we park here?
At some point, we need to have like a campground situation going on with like hookups and electrical. Sorry, maybe a little delicate. But anyway, the things that we're thinking of course, are, you can stay at various parking lots and rest stops, things like that.
Especially when you're traveling from point A to point B.
Yeah, that's good for those types of overnight things, but not for if you're going to be staying somewhere for a long period of time. You're not going to be able to really do that.
If you're exploring the Great West, if you're out there in Arizona, you want to visit the Grand Canyon, you want to then go over to White Sands in New Mexico, or just anywhere out there, it's definitely a great way to save money.
So there are specific lands that have like campgrounds, and there are for camping, and they're free. They're usually the Bureau of Land Management or the United States Forestry Service, and there's even there's like lots and lots. You just have to, those are the ones that I've looked at the most. And their stays vary as well. Most of them are 14 consecutive days that you can stay on there, but some have less, some have more. So you got to do your research.
Yes.
And then of course they're staying at people's houses.
Yeah. If you know someone, when we're traveling,
right.
We already have some folks up in Kentucky, relative of Jessica, that we might end up parking on their land. My brother in Maryland says, come on down, just park it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure he understands what it is to park rig on
There's some people who call it mooch docking.
Mooch docking.
Because you're basically like using their water, and sometimes you can get electrical and stay there for a little while, but that's another option. And of course, there's different things. There's Boondockers Welcome, which is an actual membership. It's not that expensive, and then you get to stay at people's houses and things that have listed their property for RVers to stay at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's sort of it.
Yeah.
Really.
Again, we just sort of hopefully provide this as a resource to give you a jumping off point to do more research.
And also to let you know that that's what we're planning on doing. I know that's like, what kind of plan is that? These are all the different things that we're going to take advantage of in weird kind of as we go along, and how it fits into our life. Really, we're not big planners. So as we go, we're going to be learning and experiencing all these different opportunities for saving. And because we're going to be cutting our budget in half and our income in half. So it's going to be a lot of ramen noodles, rice, and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I love rice and beans.
And doing a lot of boondocking and taking advantage of all the discounts that we can. So that's it. If you guys have any advice, or hey, if you guys are inviting us to stay somewhere on your land, let us know in the comments.
We can have awkward moments.
That's right. Together, it'll be fantastic. And don't forget to visit our blog and our social media accounts and our Patreon page, where we have exclusive content and awesome fun stuff over there.
Some stuff goes on Patreon well in advance of it going on our YouTube channel.
That too, yes. Mm-hmm. So we'll catch you guys later.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Hasta la vista.
Yeah. Bye.
Sorry I said that.
It's fine.